Moving on, even after the release, the uproar over the Kerala Story film refuses to die down amid strong backlash from regional outfits. Multiplex owners in Tamil Nadu have stopped screening the film. This comes after the filmmakers also made a claim that in Kerala, multiplex owners are being told not to screen the film. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had invoked this film at a public rally in Karnataka on Friday, and BJP's national president JP Nadda attended a special screening of the film in Bengaluru. Meanwhile, the opposition has sought a ban on the movie, citing propaganda and claiming the movie shows Kerala in a bad light. Earlier, filmmakers changed their claim of the story being about 32,000 women from India to 3. While there is pressure in other states to not screen the movie, Bengal has become the first state to officially decide to ban the film. Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee said a short while ago that the movie is spreading false propaganda and therefore she has directed the government officials to ban it. The notification is expected to come out soon. The government in Bengal says that this film can create, quote, law and order issues. Mamta also said that soon a movie will also be made on Bengal file.
Mamta Banerjee has directed Chief Secretary of Bengal government to ban Kerala Story in Bengal. So there is a possibility that that may happen.
Again, if that is what she has done, then we will again take a legal action. Whatever is possible under the provisions of law, we will fight that.
Now, what is the furore over the film? Why is so many people bodies up in arms? Here's what this story or this movie is all about. This film is a compilation of stories of 3 young girls from Kerala. The film shows how these girls got entangled in what is being called a trap of love jihad. This is as per the alleged story of the girls who went missing and later joined ISIS, the terror group. Now, the film deals with issues of conspiracy of religious conversion and terrorism. Meanwhile, the movie has set the box office on fire. On the day of its release on May 5, the movie earned around 8 crores. That up to about 11 crores on Saturday. And showing a growth of over 30%, the Kerala Story earned 16 crores on Sunday. The film is all set to become an official hit because it had a budget of just about 40 crores. It's already collected over 35 crores within 3 days. Meanwhile, a shocking incident has been reported from Rajasthan's Jodhpur. A Dalit man named Abhishek Sargara was allegedly beaten up by 3 men for sharing a positive review of the film on his WhatsApp status. Abhishek claims the miscreants also threatened to slit his throat. The victim is associated with the VHP and the Bajrang Dal. The police have registered an FIR and further probe into the matter is underway. The big question we ask, and guests will be joining us in just a bit, exactly who's afraid of the Kerala Story story?
A new kind of terrorism is taking place and it is being developed where there is no sound, but it is a very poisonous and very detrimental and very dangerous type of terrorism which is going on, which has been rightly portrayed in the Kerala Story.
कुछ सत्ता में नहीं थे तब तो कुछ और कहते थे, लेकिन अब इसको झूठा बताने का काम करते हैं। सच्चाई को ना आप कोर्ट जाकर रोक पाएंगे, ना आप इस फिल्म को झूठ बताकर रोक पाएंगे।
Request the state government chief minister. Very sad that your party is working with BJP, and that BJP is showing the Kerala files a distorted stories.
Going across to the guest joining us, Madhuvanti is actor and BJP Tamil Nadu leader. Nasiruddin is actor. Majeed Mandal is TMC supporter. Majeed, why don't I begin with you? What message does it send when state governments start banning films? I know the government is saying that there could be a law and order situation, but is that not the state's responsibility? Surely, as a votary of freedom of speech and expression, you don't believe that movies should be banned?
A votary of freedom of free speech and expression, cannot be used as a propaganda for a particular political dispensation or to spread hate among the people of Bengal who are living peacefully for years. This particular film, as I could gather from the sources, I have not watched the film, but it is amply clear on the face of it and the kind of propaganda that has been going on for the last 5-6 days, ever since the release of this particular film, that this is particularly aimed at targeting a particular community and the Muslims, and that is also on the basis of distorted storylines. I mean, have there been so many people who are converted in the recent times, 32,000, 35,000, then what is the central government doing? Forget about the state government. If you do not rely on the state government of Kerala, what is your central government doing?
Yeah, but these charges didn't happen in 2014 actually. A lot of these charges were made by left leaders in Kerala, including church bodies. But I want to ask you two supplementary questions.
You have a central government.
Yes, but it's become very fashionable to say that we are not going to do our job, so what's the central government saying? I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy that argument. Law and order is a state subject, right? You talked about how people are living in peace in West Bengal. Mind I just remind you, just a month ago there was widespread violence in Bengal on Ram Navami. So no, people are not living in peace. Let's not pretend that there is a utopian peace where none exists. Secondly, I'm saying secondly, you talked about the fact that there is propaganda in this movie. I want to understand, this movie is about what transpired in Kerala, right? And those facts were reported. Whether this movie is showing that or not, let the filmmakers talk about it. But why ban it in West Bengal? What's the connection with West Bengal?
Yeah, I'll reply. What did you say when this Ramnavami violence was taking place? Why did not police take action? That was also a narrative. Right?
Yeah, obviously the police has to take action.
Yes, in anticipation of law.
That's not narrative. That's a question that any state government will get. Why are you calling it a narrative?
Why are you so worried? I mean, let me answer the question.
No, I'm just correcting you. It's not a narrative to ask the state government. One second, Majeed. It's not narrative to ask the state government.
Yes.
Why did the police not do better if violence breaks out in that state? State is in control of the law and order issues.
अरे आप ही तो बोल के जा रहे हो, बोलने दो मेरे को, क्यों बुलाए हो?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I will take that narrative from you or that advice from you.
It's not an advice either. I am nobody to advise the government. No. Use the correct terminology.
You means not CNN.
Use the correct terminology as the media poses questions to government. It is a question to the state government. It is nothing else.
बोलते जाओ, क्या चुप रहो? हो गया? You not even allow me to complete a single sentence. What is your problem?
My problem is you are misquoting me.
You means no.
So what? Let him speak.
It's you. You means you. You means the media. Media has every right to.
Then please be clear. You have a tendency to not be clear with whom you're talking about.
You is not a singular. You is not a singular pronoun, right?
Sir, when you're talking to me, you means me. If you're talking about somebody else, please be clear.
Why do you always take it upon yourself?
I don't want to leave anything to imagination. So please be clear in what you're saying.
You imagine always, particularly you, and I'm sorry to say this.
Okay.
You means media. You mean some people in the
No,
BJP,
you means doesn't mean media, Majeed. Let's not defend the indefensible. You means you, media means media. Unless you have a glossary of your own. Nasirullah, please just hold on. I'll come to you in just a second. Let me go across to Madhuvanti, who's actor and BJP TN leader. We are hearing that there is a lot of pressure and some groups have decided that they will willingly boycott, quote unquote, this movie. They don't want to show the movie. Some of the explanations I heard from the associations in Tamil Nadu is that there is no big star, so therefore it's not that big a deal, or that not enough people were coming in, so therefore we are not screening it. What do you make of the fact that now state governments are taking individual action? They're saying we want to ban this film because this may cause law and order issues.
Good evening, and good evening to my fellow panelists also. Firstly, I don't understand why everybody is so concerned about banning this film when the censor board of this country has given it its certificate. Secondly, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, Tamil Nadu is a state where cinema and politics are always interconnected. There have been only cinema stars who've become chief ministers in Tamil Nadu. So banning this film in Tamil Nadu seems to be a totally forced narrative as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think the film
Because
has
in
been
Tamil
banned
Nadu,
in Tamil
lots
Nadu
of-
officially, but
Yes,
it's not being
banned.
screened by many theatres.
It's been banned because I booked a ticket and I was told by the theatre yesterday that the film is not going to be screened. So they said they're going to be refunding my money to me. It was released on Friday. I booked for a Sunday show and they said, no, we're not screening the film. We've been told officially not to screen the film, which
So
is
you're
why I'm
saying
saying
there's
it's
an
banned.
undeclared ban on this movie in Tamil Nadu?
Absolutely, absolutely. So in fact, we are all hoping to see a special screening at some point in time, because I guess that's the only way we can get to see the film until it comes to OTT. My point is, this is a film against terror, terrorism, and radicalization in the name of religion. Why is this called propaganda? I don't understand. Why do people have to get so agitated and afraid that truth is being told? I don't understand. And I hear that in the end of the film, the original 3 victims have also given their anecdotes. Now, are you telling me that these 3 victims are lying? Because our learned friend here said that Ram Navami was a narrative which actually happened in West Bengal. So I want to know, what is narrative versus what is cinema? I'm perplexed here. So is there a problem if 3 victims actually come out and tell you the truth and speak against terror and a terror outfit that is using religion to its advantage? Isn't that something that even the Islamists in this country need to know about? Isn't this an awareness? How is it propaganda? I really don't understand. And why
I'll come
the
to the
ban when
propaganda
central-
issue. Ma'am, I'll come to the propaganda issue in just a bit, because, you know, this word gets thrown out quite a bit and nobody can define it, at least as far as this
Absolutely.
movie is concerned, the same way we discussed it ad nauseum when Kashmir Files was released,
Absolutely.
based on true events. But you may not ultimately like the version that is in the film. That's your choice. But Nasir Abdullah, I'm coming to you as an actor, somebody who's from the film industry and, of course, a creative being. Do you believe this is the right call to ban a film just because you don't like the content of the film?
Absolutely not. This is the 4th time I'm having to say it on your, on your TV channel, etc. If they're making something which is based on the truth, even if it was a fictitious thing, even then it should not be banned. That's what I say, okay? So I had another problem earlier on, but I will speak about other aspects of it. A ban is not essential, and the reactions of certain stupid people who attack other people because they showed some like a positive thing about the film and the attack. This is all madness, and we should not even be actually discussing it, because these are mental cases. They are weird people all over the place. So we must not go into these little incidents where they threaten to cut his throat for showing something positive about the film, etc. That is wrong. I'm okay with it. My only problem earlier on was this, that they had said there were 32,000, okay, of the women, which was absolutely not true. Shashi Tharoor, they offered 1 crore of the rupees to give that information if anybody could, and they couldn't. Then they agreed that it was a fictitious number, and since it's added like a fiction, that's what they want to say. But on your channel recently with Anand Sundaram or whatever his name is, the same producer is again saying it's actually 60,000. So what I'm saying is, if you're making a film on the truth, it's about the truth, then why do you need to lie? Why do you need to exaggerate unnecessarily? Because then it could be deemed by the people around
As
to be a
propaganda.
propaganda film. That
Okay.
is the problem.
Fair
Otherwise,
enough. Can I just add a couple of
It is
things
a
for the
fact.
benefit of our viewers? The film trailer talked about 32,000 women who have been trapped by the ISIS, like the stories that are being talked about. They didn't quite clarify if they mean 32,000 from India, Kerala, or globally. So what has happened is
now.
Yeah, no, one second. What has happened is, in court, when this movie's case was being heard, the filmmakers decided that they're not going to quote that 32,000 number anymore. The trailer is going to be changed. But Manojit, I come back to you. Fundamentally,
It's not
the
true.
issue
They were
is
lying.
the court did go ahead and say there is no problem otherwise with this film. The film should be released. It has, of course, got all the permits, and people have tried, even in the court of law, to try this, to get this movie banned. and the court did not agree that there were sufficient grounds, then how does it make the Bengal government look?
If the Bengal government continues to ban, goes ahead with the plan, then the people will go to the court. But the government, in its full wisdom, has every right, in anticipation of law and order situation, every right to take preventive action. That is part of the law. That is part of the CRPC. The government has got that right. Government is merely exercising that right. Now, if the filmmaker feels that this ban is unjust, it is violative of Article 19, they will go to the court and dismantle the ban. But the government has got every right. One incident you reported in Rajasthan, who knows, there could be many more incidents because of this kind of a film. Because a completely religious polarization is going on, and on top of that, you are bringing in certain issues which are far from being a fiction. It's not even fictional, but it is completely imaginary, untrue and whatnot.
It's not quite completely untrue. Let's be fair. Majeed, let's be fair. From Kerala, there are cases of both men and women going to join the ISIS. Let's not deny that reality.
So what is the government doing then?
Yes, you can ask that question. What is the government doing? Right now, I am discussing what is the West Bengal government doing while banning this film. Madhuvanti, I want to come back to you. You know, the fundamental thing is exactly this.
We do not want this uncomfortable situation to come in. We do not want the law and order.
I'm not afraid of uncomfortable situations. I don't think governments should be either. Being uncomfortable with the truth is not a justification to bury the truth. I'm sorry, I don't buy that argument. Just because some people are uncomfortable with something does not mean that we will deny reality. And the reality is that people did join ISIS from Kerala, and girls were converted from Hinduism to Islam and then ultimately sent to ISIS. But Manojit, please don't speak over everybody else. Not like this, please. I gave you your time. Madhuvanti and I, please. Madhuvanti, there are two fundamental things. One, people are denying what is part of our recorded history, and this is not even 150, 200 years ago. I mean, the fact that this happened in Kerala is the story of the last 20 years. It's been documented. There have been other movies or, things like books, articles that have dealt with this. So there is this, as Manojit said, there's this sense of uncomfort with the truth. But should that stop us from acknowledging that truth? Haven't we made the similar mistakes of not dealing with uncomfortable issues in our country or worldwide? And mind you, ISIS is a worldwide issue. Many girls who were not Muslim to begin with were converted, or Muslim girls were sent to ISIS to be what? Sex slaves. This is a global reality. And the second issue is that, one is the denial that this existed. The second is the politicization of this issue as well.
My only point is, ma'am, that whether I don't want to argue about the 32,000, my point is, even if there are 30 women whose stories need to be told, the filmmaker has every right to tell the story. And that is exactly what they have done. 32,000, 50,000, 60,000, you can go on arguing about this number. I am not getting into that argument at all. That is for the courts to decide. That is for the filmmakers to argue. My point is, even if there is just one woman's story who needs to be told, and there is truth to it, the people of this country need to know. And this has got nothing to do with religion. In fact, in this trailer, I noticed that there were some Christian girls also who were made to join this. And this is all about radicalization in the name of religion and about a terror outfit that is ruining the state and the mind of girls worldwide, like you rightly said.
Manojit, I'll come back to you. 1 second. I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question. You know, what I don't understand is also the hypocrisy. You just recently, and Nasir can also join in, had this whole controversy over Bhagwa Bikini in a movie, right? And all of those people who were raising their sentimental religious issues were called many names.
Absolutely.
And it was argued that no film or song should be cut just because there are sentimental or religious issues involved. Now, you turn the tables when this is about it. When this is about, let's say, another religion or sentiments. Is this fair that we keep having this dual hypocrisy?
Can I also ask...
Madhuvanti, then Nasir, Manojit, you come in. Yes, Madhuvanti.
Ma'am, can I also ask Mr. Manojit? He comes from West Bengal, where Kali Mata is the deity worshipped, right? There was a poster with her smoking a beedi. I really want to know what Manojit ji said at that point in time.
Can I answer?
Yes, Manojit, go
I
ahead.
think, yeah, everything I and my party said, I think are in the public domain. You can get it and watch it. I tell you, what do you do with BBC story, the Modi story? Why did you not allow it to screen? It was also apparently
Now, the
showing
Modi
some
story
interviews.
is the same as the Kerala story. Wow.
What is your problem? What is your problem? Why did you ban it unofficially?
Amazing.
It was also banned in India. Why did you ban it? Why did you
Amazing,
criticize
man,
that
that he's
Bhagwan
even
story
coming up with this comparison.
What amazing, man? Because I'm calling you out. You also banned that.
No, you're not
particular
calling me
documentary.
out.
This was
You're
a
calling
documentary.
yourself out on
This was not
national
even a
television,
film.
sir.
This was only shown to the interviews of Mr. Modi.
Okay.
You wanted
You're
to ban it,
basically
you
calling
banned it.
yourself out
And
on
this
national
is
television. You're not calling me out.
This particular story.
Okay, all right.
This
I think the
particular
problem
story
is that if that
based
was,
on
let me take the
fiction.
argument of
Right?
Manojit only. And
What are
Nasir,
we
I'll give you
talking
the
about?
last 1 minute. Let's say you make that argument for a BBC documentary. You made that argument for another movie called Pathaan,
That is a
for
documentary, for God's
Padmavati.
sake.
1 second, Manojit. Recently, not so recently, but in recent past for Padmavat as well. Now, in those cases,
Yes.
it is not okay to raise objections on your sentiments and religious beliefs. But in this case, it is okay because it's hurting somebody's sentiments. Nasir, is that not hypocrisy? Nasir only, please.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about hypocrisy. What I'm having a problem right now is that I'm a bit disappointed with you as a lady anchor and the other lady who's also saying it doesn't matter whether it's 3 or 5 or
I didn't say that.
48. I know. Okay, the other lady. But you don't seem to be concerned. This is
No,
incredible.
I clarified
Hang
the
on,
position on the
I know.
number.
31,997 women extra who have gone missing, disappeared, probably raped and dead or buried alive, and you don't care. And the police doesn't know, nobody knows anything, and the producers are constantly dilly-dallying about, oh, this was this, we had a court order. That's a lot of rubbish. They said it, they're using it to make the film look very strong, which is fine. It's a publicity stunt. You do
Okay.
it. But all I had a problem was, why are you lying and increasing the amount by 31,997 women? Where did they go? What were the police doing? Nobody investigated.
Okay.
You investigated.
But can you
got all the
answer my
story.
question now
Rubbish.
on the hypocrisy?
I don't know what hypocrisy. It happens all the time. A film was made actually Padosan, in which Mahmood played a Malayali or a Tamilian a priest. It did incredibly well with Saira Banu, 1971 or 2. But the Tamil people freaked out and there were riots and they closed down the movie theaters apparently. They got very upset because
what
it
year
was an
was that?
imitation. That's what happened. 1972.
Precisely.
73.
Precisely.
That's what happened. No,
That was
that's
50
what
years
happened.
ago.
Different. No, that's not the point. The point is different people will react differently if there is an overdose of this Muslim so-called anarchy and this
Okay.
horrible thing they're doing.
All right.
That is what I
Let me
don't like.
remind
Don't
what the
overdo
court
it.
said
If it's
in
about the
Calcutta.
truth.
It said that
It
there are
doesn't
so
matter.
many movies that show Hindu priests in bad light. Why has
Yeah,
nobody
it is.
objected that in the past? And is it okay? My fundamental question is it okay when it's about one religion and not okay when it's about another, even if it is based on real events? I leave it at that. I do thank our guests for joining
Yeah.
us. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you another good discovery of lithium reserves, this time in Rajasthan, following the earlier discovery in Jammu and Kashmir. We'll tell you why this could be key for India. Stay tuned.